What's going on, True Blazer fans? It's Tori, and welcome to my initial raw reaction to what happened in Game 5, with Lillard going off with what I would call the best individual performance in Blazer history, and capping it off with the 37-footer to win the series the second time in his career, and this dude's legend just keeps growing. Right now, I am one of those people that is saying that he is the greatest Blazer of all time. Now, I didn't grow up during the 70s. I didn't even grow up during the 90s. I was born in 1996. I'm 22, so, I've only seen Roy. I haven't seen Drexler. I haven't seen Walton. But just this dude's sheer overall talent, I think he's the greatest Blazer ever, and that'll be a talking point during the offseason. I will definitely make a video or two comparing Lillard to some other Blazer greats and why I think he's the greatest ever. But I'm going to record this whole video in one take. I already messed up one word. I'll mess up a few. There's a reason why I end up editing my audio. This is going to be more like a podcast segment, which is something I've never really done before. So I'm kind of nervous, but, I'm just going to do it raw, one take. So hopefully I don't mess up too much. Right now I'm sitting in a car recording this at 5:30 in the morning. The moon is still out shining bright, but some birds are chirping. It's actually pretty beautiful, and I'm very, very happy right now. But honestly, I have sensory overload at the moment. My senses are overloaded. Like, after that game ended, 10 p.m.? I've been soaking it up for the past 8 hours. Like, that's honestly all I've done. Even when I drove across Vancouver at 1:30 in the morning to meet a night shift worker on her lunch break, I was still listening to the fifth quarter. I was still listening to Chad Doing and Jay Allen, and I was still soaking this up. So my senses are a little bit overloaded right now, and honestly, I just got to thinking about how, while I'm soaking up in what happened last night, it's almost easy to forget the perspective of this entire storyline. It's almost easy to just get wrapped up in that one moment and forget about every single step in this journey of this 2019 Blazers team that has led to this point. And you got to start off with that 2018 sweep that had me as pessimistic of a fan as you will find. I did not think this team could win another playoff series with Terry Stotts as a coach. I did not think this team was constructed to win a playoff series based on their roster. I had a lot of doubts. And now that we're sitting here after beating the Oklahoma City Thunder in 5 games and we're looking at a round 2 matchup that we can win, it's just crazy how 1 year has changed my entire outlook on this organization, not just in their present tense, but their future as well. I will talk about that more in other videos. I'm not going to talk about that now. I'm just going to talk about this storyline. So you're starting off with that sweep in 2018, and Portland obviously learned from it. And I've been pointing out a bunch of different things in my game recaps that Portland has done to better deal with a trapping defense. And it's impressed me, and Stotts has kind of taken that next step as a coach. Even though I still criticize him heavily at times, he's definitely improved. I'm always going to be subjective or objective, whichever word makes more sense. I'm always going to call it like I see it. If I see something that they're doing wrong, I'm going to say what's on my mind. If I see something they're doing right, I'm going to say what's on my mind. But Terry Stotts, I have to give him props because we beat the Thunder in 5. And we wouldn't have done it if we didn't make some adjustments compared to last season, if we didn't prepare better compared to last season. So you jump into this season, great year, and then CJ goes down. And I was very upset once that happened. I thought it was an ACL or an MCL or something like that. I thought our season was done because, as this playoff series showed, we need CJ McCollum. I was borderline on the trade him bandwagon at times, but this playoff series showed that he and Damian Lillard can do serious work as a backcourt in a playoff series against other superstar players. And so CJ went down in that Spurs game, and I thought the season was done. And then good news gonna come back. Okay, we're gonna get him back, hopefully before the playoffs, and maybe we can make a run to the Western Conference Finals. First round series, probably still gonna be a toss-up, but, we could still make a run. And then you end up with Yusuf Nurkic going down. I was there in person. That was devastating. A lot of you probably remember my video after that and how devastated I was. You could probably hear it in my voice. And at that point, it looked like Portland was going to be lucky to win a game in the first round. I still held out a little bit more hope than a lot of other Blazer fans. I still thought, okay, maybe we have a small chance if everything falls perfectly right to win a playoff series against a team like Utah maybe, or San Antonio, or hopefully the Clippers. I didn't think we could beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I'll get to that in a little bit. Team played great down the stretch. It's crazy to think that we have Rodney Hood and Enes Kanter contributing to our team late in the season, because we normally don't add guys like that. Other than the Nurkic trade a couple of seasons ago, we don't really make moves like that. Enes Kanter is a Blazer? That would have seemed crazy to me, because obviously we weren't going to trade for him. And it was weird that he signed here a little bit. I was surprised by that. I was surprised that he was willing to come off the bench, and now he's a playoff starter, and he's playing great, and he's proving that he can play defense well enough to be a very good contributor in the postseason. So anyway, Portland still played well down the stretch, and they were still competing for a 3 seed. But then you look at the last 2 nights of the regular season, needed James Harden to choke at the free throw line against OKC, and then Paul George to hit a game-winning 3. You needed Portland to take care of business and then win their last game, and Denver win their last game of the season as well. You were looking at Denver being down 11 with under 4 minutes left, and you were looking at Portland being down 28 at one point, playing only 6 guys, playing their scrubs. But then you have Portland coming back from that deficit. Denver comes back from that deficit. Portland's led by 37 by Anthony Simons and 29 by Skal Labissière. Just think about how fortunate we were to end up getting this 3 seed. We were very, very fortunate. But then you had a lot of Blazer fans saying, well, we can't beat OKC. We're going to lose in 4 or 5 games. And that disappointed me. I thought we should have gotten the 3 seed for this very reason. But I'm not going to sit here and say I told you so. I understood why a lot of fans were pessimistic, and I understood why OKC was a matchup problem. After watching this series, I'll never be scared of a Russell Westbrook-led team again, but before it, I understood it. But as I said at the time, it made it so that if we did somehow beat OKC, it made that victory so much sweeter, because I can't stand their team, and because we'd actually have a chance at winning a second-round series as well. And now, here we are. But not only did those overall storylines make this somewhat like a Hollywood movie, it was all the animosity between these two teams that made this victory even sweeter. The back and forth between Dame and Westbrook all year, where Russ was saying, I've been busting that A for years. The celebrations after Game 3 by the Thunder, where they acted like they won the championship when they brought the series to a 2-1 deficit with Portland still in the lead. I mean, the Lillard time, wrist tapping by Dennis Schroeder, Russell Westbrook rocking the baby, Paul George dunking at the end of the game, all that. To then Portland coming out in Game 4 and responding with poise and not even participating in any of that classless Bush League stuff. To then Game 5, you have Nurkic return with the Blazers down 8 with 3 minutes left, and they make a comeback. Are you kidding me? And then Dame caps it off with that shot, and then he just waves goodbye to OKC. And that's all he does, very subtle, but much more savage than anything the Thunder did. Like, it was almost like, I'm still classy, but here you go. Here's a little bit of a taste of your own medicine, but we're doing it after a series win on our home court. You did it after 1 win. That was beautiful to me. And then Nurkic wearing the shirt, taking digs at Westbrook and his antics and his awful shooting, and he was awful during the series. And then also Terry Stotts kind of giving Westbrook a little bit of crap in his post-game presser where he was kind of joking around with the reporter that Westbrook hates, to Dame just having my favorite post-game press conference of any Blazer in Blazer history, with the way he basically threw OKC under the bus while somehow still remaining classy about it. That was amazing, and I've been soaking it up all night. Not only that, but Dame is a meme now. That clip of him in the middle of the dog pile just staring at the camera. Like, I've probably missed a few things that make this situation and this night even that much more perfect. And if I did, let me know down in the comment section below. But it was just amazing that this game and all these storylines culminated in Dame hitting a step back 37-footer for the second series winning buzzer beater that he's had in his career. You could not make up a better script, unless you have Portland going even further, which now they will try and do. Also, I want to know how you reacted to that Dame buzzer beater going in. Were you at the game? Were you watching on the television? Did you get cops called to your door because you woke up the whole entire neighborhood with your cheering? Let me know how you responded to Dame hitting that shot. I literally high-stepped into my kitchen and back, all around the house, saying, oh, I don't cuss on this channel, so I can't repeat it. But you get the idea. I lost my absolute mind. I cried tears of joy just because I'm so proud of these guys, everything that they've been through, everything that this organization and fan base has been through, and for it to culminate in this season, that is so beautiful to me. It's why I love sports. It's why I love basketball. It's why I love the city of Portland, and it's why I love what I do for this channel, and it's why I'm blessed to be able to sit here in a car at 6 in the morning and speak about this experience for me to a bunch of you guys. So thank you for your support. I really look forward to keeping this season going into round 2 and hopefully the Western Conference Finals. Now, I will have a Game 5 recap where I break down plays like I have done for all of my game recaps from the playoffs so far. I will be doing that. I'll also be doing a mailbag on Friday or Saturday, sometime around then. I didn't do Monday mailbags the last 2 weeks because I was caught up making those game recaps and all the playoff action. And now that we have some downtime, I want to get one of those in. So I will post a community post in the next day or so where I ask you for your questions and you can comment your questions on it and I will answer them Friday or Saturday. If you don't know how to see the community tab, I think on mobile it shows up in your subscription feed. I don't think it works on desktop. But if you're on a desktop, you can simply go to our channel page, and all you have to do is click on the community tab, and our post should be right there, right after I post it. So make sure you stay tuned for that. I will be answering all your playoff questions, and since, for whatever reason, the NBA seems to have relaxed a little bit on its 9:45-minute restriction, I could probably go for 15 minutes. So give me all the questions you want, and I will answer them all. So anyway, that's all I got from my raw reaction from this amazing Game 5. With that, I'm out of here. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you later. Peace out. Go Blazers!